punter, Bradley Pinion, gets this started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. It's a three tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. On play action, here's McCarthy. Out to his right. First down throw there is incomplete. We get a stoppage. There's an injured player. It is T.J. Hawkinson who was shaken up on that last play. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Opening carry of the game for Aaron Jones. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
McCarthy from the gun here on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
That's going to be out of bounds, no return. And the drive's going to start from just inside the 20-yard line. It's the first run of the game for Bijan Robinson. And they will finally get him down, but not before he's able to take this up near the 40-yard line. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
I think this is something that we can expect to see here, especially early, Mike, as this team gets into a rhythm. They want to lean on this run game. They feel like they have a lot of advantages over this defense, and you can see from the first play here why they feel that way. Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
On 2nd down, here's Penix. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete. Trying to get it to Kyle Pitts. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
10 yards to go.
This offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. If they can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes, it's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down. The Falcons getting their punter out there. And that one not returnable, out of bounds right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The drive begins with a carry by Jones. And the strength on display, rattling through tacklers for a gain of 8 yards.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and a yard. They run it once more with Jones. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is 1st down.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points. I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike. He had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Peyton Ellis.
And while the defender is going to get credit for the pick, Mike, I think he needs to go up on the sideline and thank his pass rushing because they forced that bad throw. That is the perfect example of when the front pass rush and the back-end coverage work together. Man, that was big-time ball. I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss. I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there. Man, Mike, I'll tell you, halfway there, I thought that ball was going to run out of steam. He ended up needing a little bit of help from that crossbar in the end, but he got it. When it's on target, you give yourself a chance, and boy, did he deliver.
He'll return this from the 10. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Throwing here on first and 10 is McCarthy. Moving to his right. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up second down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
And let's give him about 4 on that one. Linebacker Troy Anderson there to make the play.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up third and 6.
Here comes third and 6. From the gun, here's McCarthy. He's got his man. It's Jefferson. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line.
A gain of 12 yards.
First one for Jefferson. And a first down to go with it.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Now Jones. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. He's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Here's Ryan Wright now. The punt for the second time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Pitts is the man in motion. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. Up the sideline to the 40. Angling to the sideline. Inside the 35. And he will dive into the end zone. 73 yards. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Touchdown, Falcons.
Gonzalez tacks on the extra point. And the Falcons are out to a 10-0 lead. comes ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
We'll go 3 tight ends here on first and 10. They'll run it with Jones to begin this drive. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
Again, it's Jones. And a nice run there as he surges forward. A gain of 8 and sets up third down. Third and 2, and here's McCarthy. He's got his tight end, Hawkinson. A gain there of 15. It'll be a Vikings first down.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
Down the right sideline. And he will score. Aaron Jones. Touchdown, Minnesota. His first touchdown of the new campaign. On now for the extra point. Here's Will Riker. And this one is no good. He misses the extra point. File that one away. We'll see if it comes back as the night goes on. Riker out now following the touchdown as he kicks this one away. Jamal Agnew now to return. Now an opening past the 30. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40.
Their own 41-yard line.
The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
A gain of 12 yards. And the Falcons first down.
Pitts is the man in motion.
10 at the 47-yard line.
On first down, it's Penix. Short throw taken by Pitts. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 11.
Pickup of 11 yards on that one. It's good for a Falcon first down.
11 on the play. First down, Falcons.
A shotgun snap, and they'll give it to Robinson. Finding room to the 20. And he will get into the end zone. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown, Falcons.
Gonzalez lining up.
He's got another one. His second touchdown of the evening.
Is good.
Give him a second touchdown on this one. What an opening quarter, Greg. 2 rushing touchdowns in the first.
Well, Mike, we kind of had a feeling this might be the case. They told us all week how important it was to get this guy involved early and often, and boy, have they ever. He has made his presence felt here early in this one.
Set to kick off.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. On first and 10, it's McCarthy. That's going to wind up incomplete, but a penalty flag is down on the play. Let's see what that's all about. On second down, here's McCarthy. Working free downfield, it's Thielen. And he's going to be out of bounds. just shy of midfield.
And the Vikings first down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They'll fake the give, and now it's McCarthy. That'll be swung out wide to Jones. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
A gain of 15 yards. That's another Vikings first down.
So we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. 17-6 is the score. More from the Twin Cities in a moment. Vikings football as we begin this second quarter. First and 10 now from the 36. As we are ready to get back underway. The blitz overwhelms the offensive line, and down he goes. The rookie from Georgia, Jalen Walker, working his way in to record the very first sack of his NFL career. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. That is brought in. And he's in. Justin Jefferson. Touchdown, Vikings.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Record out now following the touchdown as he kicks this one away. Agnew on the return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
And they'll run out of the gun. Here comes Robinson. Inside the 40. Still going. And he will dive into the end zone. 70 yards. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Zane Gonzalez lining up for the
That is
play.
3 touchdowns in the game and 4 for the season.
Makes the score.
So his big first half continues. 3 rushing touchdowns already. Maybe have to start looking at the record book, see if he can do it. The record in a game is 6. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. That one to the sideline is over everybody. But now a penalty flag will come in. They may get him for grounding. McCarthy to the air on second down.
Well, that scramble is ultimately going to end up short of the first down, Mike, but it's going to help quite a bit. That's a great job by the quarterback. Just taking what the defense gives you, get downfield, pick up good yardage.
A tough spot here. Third and long. From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up fourth down. On comes the punter now, as he is on to punt for Minnesota. This brought in out past the 20, and he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over.
At their own 28-yard line.
is the man in motion. They bring a tight end in motion left. On first down, it's Robinson. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
12 yards to go.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Forced out wide. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. They get 18 on the pitch and catch. First down, Atlanta.
And this is where the quarterback's improv skills really kind of come into play. The ability to play off-platform, throw from different arm angles. It's something that we're seeing a lot play out across the league. And yes, you have to throw from a spot in the middle of the pocket. But if you can only do that, it's hard to play quarterback in today's NFL. This back's been having his way all night long, Mike. Just a lot of room to operate. Great job by the offensive line all night long. But in this case, defense does their job. They're able to penetrate, get in the backfield, and take them down for a loss.
On second down, Penix. Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson. Good hustle by the defense. They beat the offensive lineman to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass. On third down, Penix. And that is incomplete.
A little miscommunication there, and that brings up third down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line.
Their own 20-yard line.
They'll run. This is Jordan Mason. Finding room at the 35. And he is finally taken down inside the 40-yard line. A big play for Minnesota. 41 yards.
First down.
From the 39, here's a first and 10.
At the 39-yard line.
On the ground is Mason. And this time they are ready for it. Thrown for a loss. And it's second down.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up second and 12. At the Falcons' 41-yard line.
That's quickly out to Jefferson. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
No gain on the play.
Third and long.
Down and 12.
Looking to throw. McCarthy in trouble, and he's going to be taken down. David Onyemata. He gets in to drop him for his first sack of the young season. It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on fourth down. On fourth down, here's McCarthy. He'll buy time left. He'll try and get there on the ground. And this is not going to do the trick. Not even close to where they needed to be. Turn it over. On down. A run. And here's Mason. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and
Now it's second and 1. To throw is McCarthy. And as he threw it, the pass is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
They'll run. This is Mason. And he's got nowhere to go. That defensive front controls the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up fourth down.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this fourth down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to him, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
And he's going to pick up the Vikings' first down. It's a gain of 12 facing fourth down. Play action now. It's McCarthy. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
Leads to second and 10.
Here's McCarthy. That's going to be intercepted. That's the safety, Jesse Bates. He's to the 40. Inside the 20. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Atlanta. Gonzalez now for the point out. His kick is good. And the Falcons add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This fielded at about the 9. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
On first down, here's McCarthy. Forced out wide.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold them to just a short game.
Throwing on second down is McCarthy. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a third down. McCarthy from the gun here on third down. Open man, right side. He's got it. So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their first. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a rest.
Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
A loss of 7 brings up second and 17.
Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Third down.
On third and long, here's McCarthy. He'll try to run for it. He got a lot of what he needed, but just not enough. The mark is a couple of yards shy of the first down. Here comes fourth down.
16 brings up fourth down.
One final throw before the break. He'll let this go deep for Jefferson. And he'll take it on in. Justin Jefferson. Touchdown, Minnesota. His second touchdown of this first half.
Sure how else to put it other than this is just a complete defensive breakdown. I mean, from where this ball was snapped, you simply have to just defend the end zone, and if they throw it short, come up and rally tackle. If they throw it in the end zone, high point the ball and knock it down. You cannot give up 6 points to end this half.
Riker now to add the extra point. The kick here is good. And one more point, and that takes us to the end of the first half.
Vikings 20.
Pretty interesting opening first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30.
Take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
They run over center with Robinson. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
These are the impact plays that this linebacker is capable of, Mike. Not only dissecting and determining where the ball was going, but then to shoot through the line of scrimmage and make this tackle for a loss. That's a big-time play by a really good player.
Out wide, that's Robinson. He'll be stopped short of the first down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up third down.
They'll try to run for it with Robinson. And he's going to be taken down here. Looks like a pretty good spot, though. Yes, he's got it. That's a first down.
This defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy all game long. Comes through again there with a nice conversion to bring up first down.
On first and 10, it's Penix. That's into the hands of Werner, the tight end. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5.
At the 45-yard line.
It's a give up the middle to Robinson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
Third down, they need 5. Pitts is the man in motion. On third down, it's Robinson. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 41. A pickup of 14 on that one. It's good for a Falcon first down.
Typically in a third down situation like this, Mike, you're thinking pass, but give credit to this offensive play caller. He flips his tendencies upside down, keeps the ball on the ground. Not only does he get a fresh set of downs, they pick up good yardage.
First and 10. They'll run with Robinson, and he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's second down. From the gun, here is Penix. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. Jonathan Grenard in there to bring him down. And that's his first sack of the year. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. From the gun, on third down, here's Penix. That is hard. And he will score. Drake London, touchdown Falcons. That his second TD catch of the season. They find the end zone through the air. Greg, that is one of the most popular plays because it works so often.
You're right, Mike. We see it all the time. It's a 4 vertical concept. But the key is you've got to stretch the defense and put pressure on the secondary. That's exactly what they were able to do here. They take advantage, and they go deep for 6.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kicks away. He fields it at the 8. Good return as he takes it across the 30.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
quick toss into the hands of Addison. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 4.
At the 39-yard line.
Now a give up the middle. And he's got it. First down. A pickup of 4.
And the offensive line does a really nice job winning this play at the point of attack. And once he got the ball, all he had to really do was just find a crease and hit it. He's able to pick up the first down.
That's a short pickup to about the 47. Linebacker Troy Anderson there to make the play. Here's a 2nd and 6.
Second and 6.
Now McCarthy. And he will slide to a halt, but he does have the first down.
And this is what you like to see if you're the head coach. Not only does your quarterback know exactly where that first down marker is, he's able to pick up the first down, but then get himself on the ground. He avoids the big hit.
And they're going to get to him and take him down, take him back to the other side of midfield.
Brings up 2nd and 18.
On 2nd down, here's McCarthy. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. James Pierce having success early in his career. His 2nd sack in these first few weeks of the season. From the gun, here's McCarthy. Looking for Jefferson deep downfield. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. And how about that? 3rd and a mile. And they convert and pick up a first down.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Throwing now, it's McCarthy. That's 3. 3rd time tonight he's been intercepted. That's the safety, Jesse Bates. And they will finally get to him as he's brought down near the 40-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
A quick throw here, going to be taken by London. And they'll have it across midfield, down at the opposing 46-yard line. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down. From the gun, it's Pettis. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. On the give, it's Robinson. And he's able to find a crease. Get ahead for 7. It'll bring up 3rd down.
And he's been on an absolute tear throughout this entire game, Mike. I mean, he's averaging over 10 yards per carry. And anytime you can run the ball with that explosiveness, it's just going to be hard to beat.
Open man is Mooney. He's got it. And he's into the end zone. Darnell Mooney. Touchdown, Atlanta. Gonzalez tacks on the extra point. And the Falcons will extend this 3rd quarter lead. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Viking to tend to.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And he goes nowhere. Buried back at the 15-yard line.
Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Come on, set. 60 Bison, 6, check, 72.
Drive will start on the ground, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Tackle made at the 16-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9. Working out of the shotgun, it is, and he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
8-yard loss on the play. It's now 3rd down.
From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. That's to the right side and corralled by Thielen. Now he's free to midfield. And he will finally be taken down. How about that? A really big play as the final one here in the 3rd. Here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's McCarthy. That's to the left side and taken in by Jefferson. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
16 more yards. That's another.
Here's a designed run. Oh, a loose football. And the Falcons have come up with the recovery. Well, they come up with the turnover on defense. The quarterback choosing to keep it, and the defense choosing to take it away.
Mike, anytime a quarterback turns into a runner, the defense loves it. They want to take a shot at him. They want to take a shot at the ball, and that's exactly what they were able to do here. Force the fumble, get the ball back. Great job there by the defense.
And a good one here. He'll be marked down up at the 25-yard line.
And the Falcons, 1st down.
On the ground, it's Robinson. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
Pitts is the man in motion. They'll go again with Robinson. Oh, big hole, left side. To the 20. And they're not going to run him down.
gift to know it's God-given. I'm not gonna waste it. Stop wasting your breath.